Okay, it appears that I'm live. So, hello everyone, my name is Classic Rainbow, and today I'm going to run Tomb Raider: The End of Darkness better than Glitchless category. And yes, that is the actual category name. So, it's basically any percent no major glitches with more interesting and more accurate category name, I should say. So, the major glitches we don't use in this run is there are main glitches are three. So first one is a crouch where we can clip through any walls in this game, and second is a trigger bug where we can activate the trigger anywhere in the map, and the last one is the moon jump where we can jump really high. So these are the three main glitches we banned. There's one extra glitch that we actually don't use, but it is not really that important and it's kind of hard to explain. So yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But even without all those main glitches, we can still beat this game 1 hour better than the glitches category. So if you want to know how, I will show you. So yeah, I'm ready to go. So I will give you a countdown. So 3, 2, 1, go. So if you thought there will be no wall clipping in this game because we banned the safe crouch, actually you are wrong. So I'm going to just jump towards this door and somehow I can just go through it like Hogwarts or something maybe. So now we're at this unfinished tutorial segment that somehow still got left in the game, and conveniently it is right next to the end of the level. So, and the end level trigger is actually pretty huge, so we can just finish the first level like this. So here's the second level, and it is pretty much done. So the goal of this one is just going to the top floor, and we just take the elevator like this. And as you can see, this game collision is very quality, but like it's not that we can just flip through every wall with just jumping through it like, and later we'll be mostly clipping with two methods. One is coming right here. So first I'm going to do some setup moves that will put Lara in a fixed position. So then I do a commander crawl which put Lara inside the wall, and I can do this. So obviously Lara should have died from that falling, but however the general thing in this game is that when she is in any kind of animations, she becomes impervious to any kind of damage. So because she was in like those standing up animation after his crawl, so I can just fall from high height and get absolutely zero damage. So then after I drop down here, I pull some boxes that made Lara leg stronger. So that's actually important throughout this game. So that's pretty much the ability upgrade system in this game. You do random things, and sometimes it makes Lara's leg stronger, or sometimes you make Lara's arm stronger. So you have to pretty much solve puzzles in this game with those systems, and it is very, very stupid. Anyway, by the way, I do another shortcut here by jumping through the fence, and the third level is over. So now we enter we decide to talk with this lovely lady called Mademoiselle Carbier. So basically this part is unskippable, and what we should do is we actually talk with her polite enough that she will give us the item that we want right away, which is the Burner's notebook. Yeah, so that's basically it. But actually there's another fun thing we do throughout this run, and I'm going to do this right after this dialogue. So which is Alt plus F4. So like Alt plus, if you in this game, if you press Alt plus F4, the game will bring you up the game exit message whether you're going to quit the game or not. So now right after this dialogue, there's actually one cutscene supposed to be there, but however
I wonder why
it is
exactly.
possible if you try to bring up the game exit message.
The monstrum is running around Paris. According to
While
the press,
cutscene is trying to come up, we can actually kind of cancel that and skip it immediately. Like,
do you know what it is?
this game already allows you to skip cutscene normally, but however, using the Alt plus F4 is actually a little bit faster because if you try to skip the cutscene normally, you get those little bait in and bait out. But if you use Alt plus F4, it's just instant. So you'll see it very soon.
It's all a blur.
Miss Croft.
So there's like probably two dialogue options that I need to choose here. So I choose this polite option here,
If you say so.
and then I'm going to just pick the rude option here because it's a little bit faster.
Somebody killed Verna.
Like, you don't have to pick all the polite options here, you just have to be polite enough. Like, so we just try to be optimally polite to this lady. Oh, and I forgot to press the plus 4. That's nice. So, but that's okay. I'm going to do it right again here, like this, and the cutscene is gone. So there we go. So now we enter the next level, the Parisian ghetto, and this level is quite huge, and it is actually separated by various loading zones. But however, we're going to just visit one place, which is pawn shop. Like, normally, if you try to beat this game, you have to visit many places like graveyard, like nightclubs or gyms, like some hideouts. But no, because of the end of the level is located in this here, because only place we visit in this speedrun is just the pawn shop. And in order to just go straight to the end of the level, we have to do a clip, which is very inconsistent, but I got it first try, so that was really nice. And we learned that the owner has a twin, which is and he is kind of sleeping down there, so I'm sure he will have a good sleep. And also the password here is fixed, so we don't actually have to like pick the like notes or something. So yeah. So now I have to pick up all of these 7 items, and I actually try to pick them up while I'm crouching because her pickup range while Lara is crouching is actually quite huge, and normally if you try to pick that item while you're standing, actually Lara tries to go close to it, and like you guys probably seen it, but animation in this game is very slow, so we try to avoid it as much as possible. So there we go, and that's the level. So the next level is the thrill level, because every video game should have at least one thrill level here. So now but there's a really fun skip that we do in this level, so I hope you guys are ready for it. So yeah. So now first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up some switch. So if I climb up this pipe and go to the left, there's a switch I can pull it out. So pull off. There we go. And what this does, and as the cutscene tells you, is that it stops this huge fan. So the reason why I stopped this fan is it's not that I actually have to go inside that there or something. No, it's actually has nothing to do with it, but because if I go there, okay, climb up, thank you, and just spin it like this, it makes her arm stronger. So which means that now we can turn some very steep valves. So what we're going to do, we're going to climb up this pipe again, and then so on the other side there's a valve. The camera doesn't show you, but we can just get there like this. There we go. You don't have to go around with this that jump. And then I'm going to do another set of move, for what will be the setup for the next clip I'm going to do. Hope that all worked. Okay, I got the clip with the commander crawl again. So again, then, so that valve just flooded this whole level. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that to go out of bounds. So now, if you go out of bounds and when there's a water near it, you can actually swim in the out of bounds. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that to completely go out of the map. Okay, there you go. And there's the and go around here. As you can see, there's the water coming up here in this fight, but using that out of bounds skip, we can actually go straight here and just skip everything. And then now the reason why we came into this sewer is that actually we wanted to get into the lower galleries. So it is right behind this wall. So I'm going to use the bomb to get rid of this. But I don't know Lara set the bomb correctly, so I'm going to do it again and do it again multiple times. And there we go. So now everything is fine. Don't worry about it. So now then we finally can enter Louvre. So as you can see, this gallery has very top-notch security system, so I have to be very careful. Okay, there we go. I want to just jump on this guard. The guard will still try to chase me, so I have to be very fast. So now we enter this room filled with lasers and obviously we have to avoid it, and because this game is flawless, it's very not easy to go around this. Okay, I thought I might have hit the laser, but it was fine. And this is the tricky part. I'm gonna jump. Okay, it looks good. Okay, there's only one less laser left. So I'm going to be safe. I'm going to do a one side step to the right. And there we go. So actually there's another way to skip the room. But that actually uses a clip involve manipulating the AI, and it is bad as it sounds. So it is not fun at all. I tried it, although it was kind of a stretch for the old 80% route, but no, I found that really tedious and it's not fun at all. I actually have to fun while I do a speedrun, so and it doesn't actually. I don't think it saves that much time. So I'm going to get rid of these two guards using the tasers. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to do another clip, but this time I'm going to not just jump into the wall, or I'm going to use the commander crawl. I'm going to just stealth mode and try to hug a wall, and she's refusing it right now. So let's try it again. There we go. So if you enter the stealth mode and tell Lara to hug the wall, sometimes he ignores the wall between there, so we can use that to just bypass that door. Normally you need to go on a really long journey to get a key card or something, but yeah. So now actually this part, it is not out of bounds, it's basically inbounds, but because we passed the loading triggers, every texture are not loaded in, but collision is still there and all the triggers are still there. So I'm going to just open this invisible big door to go on to the next level, the archaeological dig. And this level normally leads to several big levels, like 7 or something, but after you complete all of them, you come up that door. And because I just been that door, now the game thinks that I've been through all those levels, so if I go back to the starting point using the self glitch again, I can just skip all of them and just return to the galleries again. So basically now all we have to do is backtrack the galleries again. So this is the part you guys didn't see because it was not loaded in properly. I failed to do auto step or skip. But this game, it is not a like a big time loss or something. So I'm just opening this door. So I immediately skip that line, and actually then you can actually still control your character while camera is away from her. So, and that saves a little bit of time again. And then I'm going to use another stealth glitch in here. Hope I can get it. There we go, nice. So now again the level is now loaded in, so we have to be very very careful. Looks good. Okay, turn left. Okay, so we're going down the stairs. Okay, really nice. And then we turn left, and there we go. That's the end of the galleries level. So now we move on to the Bunkers apartment, which has the first boss fight in this game. So obviously we need to be armed, but more important that we actually have to kick this door because
My legs feel stronger.
it makes Lara's leg stronger, which means that she cannot sprint. So very logical. So now we're going to pick this up ammo here, which has a weird property where you can pick it up infinitely if you're not carrying this handgun right here. So we're going to take advantage of that, and then I'm going to clip to a clip, and it didn't work. Probably my angle was off or something. Yeah, this looks nice. Let's try it. Okay, there we go. Wait. No, I think it wasn't the right angle or something. Let's try it again this time. Okay, looks good. Okay, there you go. Now she actually clipped into the wall. So normally you have to pick up no, I missed I failed to go inbounds. Okay, there you go. Normally you have to pick one of the items in that room to start the first phase of the boss fight, but we just go out of bounds and just go straight to the last phase with this guy called Cleaner, I think. Yeah, this game also has the Cleaner, just like the last game. But the fight is less exciting, unfortunately. So yeah. Okay, there we go. Like, he's supposed to fall down to the stairs, but for some reason he just stands there and stares blankly at us when he dies. So yeah. So now we actually move on to the pra. So I'm pretty sure this is how pra looks like. And then I'm going to do another skip. I'm going to do another set of moves that will guarantee me into this clip here, right here, like this. So normally you need to get a crowbar to open that gate, I believe, but nah, no time for that. So then, there's a similar clip coming up later after I meet this guy, which is around here. So I'm going to not talk with this guy. And then I move on here and I go straight into this door and do a backflip, and I can enter the secret room like this. So then, I go to run against this wall and crouch and pick up item like this. Like normally you have to move up this this picture to get the items, but as you can see on the keypad on the side, but when you run against the wall and crouch, actually Lara's hitbox kind of extend forward a little bit, so because of that you can pick the item although it is inside the wall. So, and hit the trigger. This trigger is in a really weird spot because as you can see it is on the left and it's actually very easy to miss it. So yeah. So now here comes the really scary part. So in order to finish the level, I have to talk with this guy named Logic, and this part is prone to a certain subplot. It is random, and when it happens, only thing that you can do is just restart the game. So it has killed a lot of runs In 90% we can skip it unfortunately, but in this category we still have to go through it, so let's just hope that the stuff like does not happen. By the way, those dogs and gunshots are actual enemy trying to attack Lara during the cutscenes, by the way. And there was no stop lock. Nice. So now then we enter the Shroud Fortress, which is probably the most dangerous level in this run, so let's hope I can actually survive here. So first we're going to do another stealth glitch, hopefully. Okay, it didn't work. Let's try the setup again. Sometimes Lara, she doesn't actually go inside the wall, even I did the same exact thing. Okay, that guy spotted me, and if he starts to shoot me, I'm going to do immediately a quick step and quick load. So luckily that didn't happen. So what that does is that quick step and quick load reset the AI behavior. So normally when enemies start to fire at you, they will fire like 3 to 4 times, and it will drain like half of your HP at once. But thanks to the quick load AI reset, you can just only lose like slight health and just survive. Like it is actually really important because with this wall we actually take some little fall damage, so it is very important we don't take any big damage from the enemy. That part. So now I'm going to kill this dog. Yeah, there you go. And do another stealth glitch to go over this fence. Hopefully this stealth glitch is really finicky. There you go, second try. So there's a lot of things on the right here, but instead I'm going to just climb up this ladder. And then I go up here. And do a side flip at the specific angle, and it will put Lara inside the vent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go down, and we're going to skip the cutscene with the Alt plus F4 again. Okay, and then doing wall hugging in this vent allows her to run inside the vent. So then hopefully, okay, this enemy can just one-shot me for no reason, and luckily that didn't happen. I did lose some health, but it's fine. So I had to kill that enemy because he drops a key card that we need in order to finish the level. Okay, come here. Nice. Maybe it won't work. So I come here to deactivate the trap. And then, luckily that guy dropped an ammo outside the room, so which allows to flip out. So you can open that door normally with the key card, but obviously just clipping through it is a lot more faster. So, and then we're going to jump over all this laser that actually kills Lara in one hit. There we go, and this last laser is the most finicky one. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's hope Lara climb up the box correctly. Good, there we go. So now we actually passed the most dangerous level in this run. So I think without too much hassle. So yeah, that went really smoothly. So now there's a guy here that you just saw on the loading screen, and we actually don't want to talk with him because then you have to go through like 5 minutes of unskippable cutscene. So instead just clip the door with another stealth glitch again. So now we enter the next room. So there's another little glitch coming up soon, which is called the float bug. It is not a really big glitch, but it is just a little time save we can do in this part. So on the side you can see all those slopes here, right? So normally they are supposed to slide Lara down, but instead if you jump to like a 90 degrees, you can just stand on it like this. So normally in order to get here you have to go to the other end of this room, I should say, but with that we can just get in here just fine. Actually, Slowpoke is a glitch that is patched on the latest version of this game, Build 52, which is the version you'll like to get if you buy this game from Steam or if you own a Japanese copy of this game. So, so we actually run this game on the previous patch, including the any percent, the Build 49. So yeah. And it also, this version doesn't have any of the annoying thing that all of the previous build has. So this is pretty much the optimal version for the speedrun. So yeah. So now we can actually go below there. So I'm going to do a technique we usually call the edge rolling, where we can reduce some of the ball damage by crouching and tapping the forward button to get down. And then I'm going to swan dive into this water. Without hitting anything, because of thanks to the thing called dive boost. Actually, this makes Lara swim a little bit faster. And then I'm going to do another glitch called the Lara tilting. So let's see if I can get it. Got it, nice. So as you can see, Lara is tilted, so she can swim in the air like this. So this is a glitch actually found very recently. So normally when Lara is in the surface of water, she get this swimming animations. But if you hit the turn back key right as she is about to hit the surface of the water, Lara get tilted, and when she get tilted, you can just swim in the air like this. So this is the only part where it is useful, because as you can see, the swimming speed is actually not that great, but it does make a really cool look here. And then. So I actually don't have much at AP, but there's actually an can shoot me, and I really hope he doesn't do that. So yeah. So right after the cutscene, I'm going to just run straight to the end of the level. Okay, let's go. So this is the enemy that I talked about. Okay, he didn't spot me right now. Nope. Yeah, that was my fault. Yeah, she just decided to not move at all because I just hit the lamppost or something. Because, yeah, thank you. Okay, so now we're here. Obviously, there's doors, but doors and walls practically doesn't exist in this game. So yeah, so this is good. And then yeah, this level is pretty much done. So all we need to do is push this switch, and that's the end of the level. So now the game will give us a big surprise that actually there's another playable character in this game named Curtis. So actually, if you play this game normally, you'll actually see him a bunch of times in the cutscenes. But yeah, and he can do also some funny things where he can climb through some floors, and also he can do some parkour, you know. And most importantly, he can also clip through walls. What a surprise, yeah? So now, so after I skip the cutscene, so in order to clip a wall or doors with the Curtis, you just need to crouch, and that's it. So if you just run against a door or wall and just crouch, and he will just push on the other, get pushed to the other side, and yeah, that's it. And this is another glitch that is patched on the latest version of this game. So yeah, it's a glitch that if you can probably get even playing casually. So it's not a surprise that it is actually bound and fixed later. But yeah. But the funny thing is that all of the major glitches we banned in this category can be done in the latest version of this game, and yeah, that is actually a pretty. I found it very funny. So we do another clip here because it's much better to just clip in without having to not having to open it. And then there's a little last puzzle kind of thing here. Well, we're going to just skip it with another stealth glitch. And yes, Curtis can do stealth glitch, but this one is just a lot harder to do. So I made a setup, very bad setup, I'm going to say. Okay, there you go. This setup takes too much time, but this is the only setup I could come up with without having to losing so much time. So if someone finds a better setup, I'll appreciate it. You know.
I'm trying to fix this restream. 1 second. Trying to fix this restream. 1 second. You're live in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I'm sorry everyone. Yeah, I had not a small panic. I had a lot of panic there, but hopefully it got fixed. So nice. So where was I? We actually entered this maximum containment area level. So this level is one of the few levels that actually shares the same thread, like same route with 20%. And sometimes it means that the good things, but this time in this case is really bad because there's nothing we can do, unfortunately. So what I'm doing it right now is basically going straight to the boss fight, with just opening some doors and clipping through some of it. And the boss fight will be coming right soon here. So I'm going to just clear through 2 doors. And here's the fight. So this is a fight with the boss name called Protonepulum. So this is the boss fight. Okay, let's first shoot him. So if I repeat the same thing 3 more times, then that's just the whole boss fight. As you can see, this boss fight is very well designed and very intense and very exciting. And one very interesting about this boss fight is that it actually features one of the greatest tricks in the speedrunning history, which is getting the good RNG. So when the Protonepulum decides to go up and drop down, he can actually drop down in 2 spots. First one is, as you guys just saw, is the next to this big machine. But sometimes he decides to drop in the middle of the room. But every time when he does that, you will lose time. And also, this fight is consisted of 4 phases, but in a rare occasion, you can end this fight in like 3.5 phases or something. That's what we call the proto kill. Like we know about how to damage this guy, how we can deal damage effectively, but because he just moved around in a very chaotic way, it is actually hard to control the damage, so we just have to shoot him a bunch of times and hope that we get the quick kill or not. So yeah, that's really fun when you're trying to get a good record or something. So yeah. Okay, so there's one last phase left. So let's see. Okay, so if I get the quick kill, the fight will just end here. But yeah, that didn't happen. So I have to shoot him one more time. So okay, there you go. Now Protonepulum is finally lit, and we can finally pull this lever. He cannot do that when that monster is alive for some reason. So now we will return to the Lara, and this is the research area. And let's see. Okay, I think I got the good RNG or something. I don't think it's RNG, but anyway, I'll talk about that later. So basically, I'm going to do some platforming here. I'm going to go on this rail. If hopefully I failed it, unfortunately this time. Let's see. Second try. There we go. I'm going to take a few steps back. Okay, then. Okay, nice. No, what? Yeah, it is actually hard to control Lara in here. Okay. Okay, there you go. Then I'm going to jump and grab this. So normally I skip everything by the below by doing that. So normally that turret is supposed to shoot Lara, but for some reason sometimes that turret decides to point at the ground this time, so which makes us turret to basically do completely nothing. So that comes to our advantage here. I only have to I have to just what the okay, let's try it again. Hit the switch, please, Lara. What? Okay, I'm going to just destroy them. I don't know why this is causing trouble. And she's refusing to shoot them properly. How about this time? There we go. Thank you, game. Like for some reason, this it is really hard to push that switch. It is very strange. Maybe it's it shows that I'm actually really bad at this game. Anyway, now here comes another glitch, which we call the strip glitch, and I believe this glitch is the only pretty big reason why this category exists. So in 90% we just finished it almost instantly with the trigger box, but there's another fun way to beat this level. So let's see if I can do it. Okay, so yeah, the correct spot. So if I jump at the right corner, yeah, might not be good. No, okay, let's try it again. Okay, so what's happening here is that actually the game is trying to push me into a certain direction. It wasn't apparent when I was swimming, but if I try to get on the ladder, I can just slide like this. That fish is trying his best, but he cannot stop me. And then I'm going to use that to go out of bounds and do another out of bounds swimming. So with this, I'm going to just go straight to the end of the level. So end of the level is located around here. So I'm going to swim towards this direction. And there we go, nice. So now we are at the next level bottle trophies, and it is another water level, but in this game, like normally water level tends to slow down the pace a little bit, but there's so much fun things we can do with this water in this game. So yeah, actually I like water level in this game. In the speedrun wise, not the casual gameplay wise, so yeah. So I'm going to do another fun skip related to out of bounds swimming. So if I go to this spot, okay, climb up. So in front, there's actually invisible. So I will try to clip through it. So let's see. Okay, looks good. So I'm going to do another set of moves. And this, then I can actually clip to this invisible with this with the stealth glitch. It is actually a very precise one, so I actually need a setup for this. And then I'm going to dive at this angle, and then again we're swimming in out of bounds. So I'm going to again go straight to the end level triggers. But the funny thing is that the end level triggers I'm going to hit is actually the trigger for the next level. For some reason, two levels are connected by the same map. So as you can see, the next level was supposed to be the Curtis level, so that's why you see the Curtis of the cutscene here. So yeah, so basically we skipped two levels at once by doing that. So now we're no longer see Curtis, and we'll only play as Lara. So now this is the final ability upgrade we get here. If you go here, now she can do a sprint jump. Now normally I have to pull up the switch to open the gate, but I'm going to just jump, and I can just don't have to open this door and just jump over that fence or something. So yeah. So the reason why we got sprint jump is to go over this gap. Let's see. There we go. So there's actually a funny thing with this gate. Every time I press quick save, oh no, it doesn't actually happen if you go past it. Okay, that's something I never knew about. Okay. Okay, now there's another skip I do. Normally you have to and go up the ladder and pull up the switch that deactivates the trap at the stair, but we can just do another escape. We can just jump over like this. There we go, nice. And after this little cutscene, then we will be finally at the last level.
Ah, it's back. I can put you on again. Wait.
Okay.
Hello, it's fixed.
It is fixed on my side.
Very good.
Yeah,
We can start. Just count me down.
yeah.
You ready? Just
Yeah, ready.
say 3, 2, 1, go, and we can continue.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, we're back. Before that another problem happens again, I'm going to finish this game quickly. so here in this last level, there's one puzzle we need to do and the one boss fight, like final boss fight. But for the puzzles, you can just skip it with the self glitch like this. And there's one final boss fight left. However, the last boss fight is, I'm going to be honest with you, it is bad. It is very, there's just constantly waiting something to happen for a few minutes and to attack once and repeat the same thing again and again. As you can see, this final boss is trying his best to attack me, but I'm just hold the one button with my one finger and that's it. Yeah. So I don't. Just saying OBSI, it is reconnected, but it does basically nothing. Just saying OBSI, it is reconnected, but it does basically nothing. Okay, Hello everyone, it was Replastic, and obviously due to many reasons, I think I will not be able to finish the run. There has been a lot of problems with the streaming, so unfortunate, but I'll be honest with you guys, there's nothing I do in the boss fight. I just press crouch and that's it. Like, you have to wait 5 minutes me crouching, so yeah. I'm sorry, but still, it kind of feels bad to not finish the run, but there's nothing I can do, so yeah. But yeah, thanks for Jugachi for helping me with this run and help me survive all these panic attacks. So yeah, anyway, I'm sorry I can't finish the run, but yeah,